everybody, and welcome to P2P Vacations. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Crystal.
And today's video is all about our next cruise.
Woo!
Woo! If you like these kinds of videos, please feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment on when your next cruise is.
We would love to hear it. I know you're so excited about your next cruise, just like we are. So I can't wait to hear where everybody's going and when they're going. We might find somebody going on our cruise.
Ooh, yes, please be coming on our cruise. That would be amazing.
Yes. So let's tell them a little bit about when we're going and where we're going.
All right. Well, we are going on the Carnival Horizon on July 17th. It is a 6-day, so it's July 17th through the 23rd. And it's out of Miami.
Yes.
And where are we going, Crystal?
We are going to Ocho Rios, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel.
Ooh, we love a good Cozumel. So we thought we would just kind of walk you through how we got to this itinerary, how we got to this sailing, how we picked this cruise in general. And this is a little different of how we normally would do like our yearly vacations. And like normally we go in September and we just will look at the whole month of September and we pick out our best option, whichever one we like the best, the price point, and then we just take that week off.
Yeah.
This year I already had 2 weeks off in July and we were like, why not? Why not go on a cruise and I already have 2 weeks off? So we knew our dates. We had our date range of when we wanted to cruise. So we just kind of plugged in that information and then used a few other
different
criteria
to
kind of figure it out. We knew we were going to sell Carnival because we are in our race to become platinum.
Hashtag Operation Platinum.
Yep, I did it.
Yes, Kayla's platinum.
I'm platinum on this cruise. I only need 2 days?
Yeah.
She's jelly. Don't let her be jelly.
Whatever.
So we knew, and then we also knew we wanted to sell Carnival because of their rates right now. We are sailing on a travel advisor rate, so it's a little lower than normal, but
they've got some amazing deals out there.
And we can get you a really great deal because we went to Agent Palooza.
Right. So we've got a good deal that we can offer through the end of June.
Yes. They're super early saver rates plus half off or 50% deposits plus onboard credit.
Yep.
So, and these are good through sailings of August 2024, but you have to book through by the end of June.
Yes.
So email us.
Yep, we can help you.
It'll be in our description.
Yeah. So, we had an idea to sail with Donkey.
We love him.
We do like him. He is one of our favorite cruise directors. So we included that in this as well when we were thinking about where we wanted to sail, what ship we wanted to sail. We had a lot of options because, we kind of included the entire state of Florida as leaving from.
Yeah, we weren't picky about a departure port.
Yeah, we didn't want to fly anywhere far away. I mean, because airline prices are pretty expensive right now.
Prices have gone up a good bit. But so we knew we did not want to go back to Nassau. We knew that was like a big no for us. We just went there and we'll be going there again in December. So we knew Nassau was out.
Yeah. So we kind of limited the places that we've been to a million times, except for Cozumel. That doesn't count.
It does not. Cozumel is an outlier. We will go there every day.
We
will move there if they would let us. So we kind of were looking at, the different ports that we hadn't been to in a while. In fact, we were looking to go to St. Thomas and St. Martin, but we could not find anything for Carnival going there.
Yeah, we haven't been there since it's been
a long time.
2013. So we really would like to get back there at some point.
So we were looking at that for those in particular. We could not find anything. So then we were like, well, just anything but Nassau. So so we knew our dates. We knew we would have liked to have sailed with Donkey. We knew where we did not want to go. And I think at that point we had narrowed it down to a back-to-back on the Conquest. We went to Bimini and Key West, and then Cozumel and Coco Cay, or Cozumel and Costa Maya.
Ocho
Rios and Cozumel, right? Something like that.
Ocho Rios, and Cozumel, Bimini, and Key West.
Yeah, it was the 4, but back to back. And then we had found one that we could have done back to back, the Sunrise and the Conquest. And
that was, I think, the same ports as well, because we've never been to Key West
or Bimini.
And those are 2 that I would absolutely love to go on.
I want to go to Bimini.
Yes.
Key West, I'm kind of meh. I want to go to Bimini so bad.
I know Key West sounds crazy, but a lot of people are just kind of meh with Key West, but I want to go.
And then we had looked at one celebrity ship. The pricing was pretty good. I don't remember what ship it was. And I think it went to Bimini though, did it not? I think that was why we looked at that one in particular. And then obviously we looked at the Horizon. And then really we just kind of sat down, we wrote it all out. The pricing, the ports, the pros and cons of each ship, and
the dates, how many days it was for each sailing,
and then like when it got back, unfortunately we had to nix the Sunrise one because it came back that Monday and I had to be back at work that Monday. So it was kind of like then we were down, and then the Conquest. It ended up being where they switched one of the itineraries. We would have been going back to Nassau. We were like, well, we don't want to do that, so we had to nix the Conquest. And then we're looking at either doing the Celebrity and really just trying out a new cruise line, or me going platinum on the Horizon. And we chose
the Horizon. I mean, I don't think you guys expected any different.
Right. I don't know how many times we have to say we love the Horizon.
Yeah.
And I mean, the shows on the Horizon, oh my God. The Horizon itself, you get Donkey. There's so many prawns, so many pros, very little cons.
I mean, there are prawns on the ship.
There are. 2 nights, actually.
Yeah, garlic prawns and shrimps.
Shrimps, you get so many shrimps.
But yes, I am so excited. I get to go on the Horizon.
We love it.
See Donkey.
We've already told Donkey we're coming.
Yes.
He knows, he's prepared.
But yeah,
he's gonna lock himself in his cabin.
Yeah, probably.
he's gonna be like, no, I'm not working that week. We're like.
But it's been 7 years since we've been to Ocho Rios, and 4 years since we've been to Grand Cayman. And we were supposed to go last summer on our July Horizon itinerary, but Grand Cayman and Jamaica were not open to tourists.
That's right.
So we actually had that canceled.
We ended up going to Amber Cove, which we had never been to before.
And
where else did we go that time?
Did we go to Grand Turk? No.
No, we
went to
Amber Cove. We went to Coco Cay.
Half Moon Cay.
Oh, whatever.
She keeps trying to take us to Coco Cay.
I love Coco Cay.
I do too, and I prefer Coco Cay over Half Moon Cay, but we did. We went to Half Moon Cay, whatever. And then we went to Amber Cove, and
I think we went to Cozumel. Yeah, we went to Cozumel because we went to we went to Mr. Sanchez.
It was very wonky because of all the last minute switches, because we were supposed to go to Bimini.
Yes.
And then they got COVID.
2 days. We had excursions planned in Bimini. We had things done in Bimini.
So this is very good that we get to go back to Ocho Rios and Grand Cayman. So that's exciting.
It is exciting. So we obviously have sailed out of Miami more times than we would like to count.
Yeah, because
we've sailed out of Miami a lot.
I mean, I love it if we're flying.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
It is a long drive. It typically takes us about 11
if we drive during
hours.
the day.
If we drive during the day. If we drive straight through at night,
it's like 9.
It's 9ish, yes.
So I mean, it's a decision we have to make.
But driving through the night means we're driving through and we're getting to the port and then we're boarding the ship and
we're tired.
Driving through the night and then boarding a ship, that's hard.
It's exhausting. We've done it a couple of times. We did it in July.
Yep, we did that in July. But driving during the day.
But that was really honestly because booking plane tickets would have been ridiculous because we didn't find out until like a week before that we were going. And it wasn't even until like 4 days before that we were even sure this ship was going.
Right.
So
it was so last minute.
I don't even know if there were plane tickets available at that point.
Right. Now driving through the day, we can split our drive as well if we want to. Because coming from South Carolina, driving down to Miami, we can split in Daytona.
We usually stop in Jacksonville,
Daytona. You know, and then split that drive up, which is great.
We usually do a little shopping, which is bad.
Yeah, you know, which helps
it does,
tremendously.
It helps a lot. Get your brain kind of like reset and get your legs stretched, and then you're more apt to want to sit in the car for a few hours, and then you do it again.
Yep. So we are still trying to figure that portion of this trip out, whether I've noticed that some last minute flights in June are fairly cheap, so I'm kind of keeping an eye. I have all my alerts set for flights.
Me too.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on several different airports around. You know, looking at driving even a couple of hours to some airports and a lot of different airlines to try to see which, you know, if anything drops really low, and see if maybe booking last minute will help, so that we can maybe fly down there, because that would be
nicer.
Ideal.
I love a good flight. I'm trying to convince her to do a train. She doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, no. You know, because you also have to think about gas prices too.
Yeah, the gas prices are creeping up. At this point, it might make more sense to fly. You never know.
Yeah.
But if we do decide to drive, and if you guys are deciding to drive, last July we used Safe Cruise Parking. And we loved them.
Yes.
It was a very seamless pick up and drop off. They were really nice. They were really helpful.
They were. A lot of the companies that provide off-site parking were not open yet.
Right.
Or had even gone out of business. But this was a very small business, family owned. They were very, very helpful, got us in the direction we were supposed to be going. They had a temporary parking garage that they were using, but now I've heard their lot is open.
But they even helped us load our car.
Yeah.
they were in this parking garage, and they drop you off downstairs, like when you get off, and they're like, just send one person to go get the car, and you can come back and you can park in like this little spot they dropped us off at, and then you can load your car. So we did. We were the only people who took that option. So Crystal went, she got the car, and she pulled up, and we were loading it, and we were starting to, and like they had just pulled back in, and he came over and he loaded our car for us, which was very nice, and you know, was very unexpected, and it was very nice. It was very helpful. When we
got there, they showed us exactly what spot we needed to be in, and you know, sometimes when you do these off-site parking lots, they just, you know, you get there, you park, and there's nobody there.
It's very confusing.
You know, but the Port of Miami parking is $25 a night right now.
So for our cruise, it would be $150, which is wild to me.
Yes, and to use Safe Cruise Parking, it would be $91.81
for the 6
for the 6 day. So it does save us some money. And I did read on Port Miami's website that under 5 days, parking
was $28.
$28 a day for an under 5 day cruise. So that's expensive. It's one of the most expensive ports to park at.
Because we parked at Port Canaveral this last time, and it was what, 20 a day? Not even 17. 2022?
17?
I don't know, it was
22.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. We actually parked on
like
site.
$80.
Yeah,
right?
and we parked on site there.
Yeah.
I think we only paid $80. So it is more expensive for an off-site lot here than most off-site lots in other ports, but it's way cheaper the parking at the port. So keep that company in mind for when you are going to Miami. It's a great company.
So normally if we're staying in a hotel, we choose to stay in Fort Lauderdale. The prices are way cheaper.
Yeah.
And if you're not staying in South Beach or right on Bayside in Miami, it can get sketchy and a little scary. So, I mean, we're 3 women traveling and we live in Charleston, so not like a super like big city. And so like when you go to Miami, it's a totally different
it's a different atmosphere.
And, you know, it's just a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
We stayed in one place a couple of years ago, and I mean, it was scary. And we stayed, 2 blocks from Bayside, and it was still scary.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way, I think our first time staying in Miami, we stayed at the Holiday Inn.
On Bayside.
On Bayside. And I don't think we had any issues there. No. And we walked right to Bayside. Didn't really have any issues. Mm-hmm. And I think, didn't we say we figured out the Kardashians were at one of the hotels down from us.
Yeah.
And it was near the basketball arena. At that time it was the American Airlines Arena. So, I mean, famous people are staying near where we were.
We thought we were great.
It was great. And then, you know, a couple of streets back is where we stayed the second time, and that hotel was probably the scariest hotel we've ever stayed in our lives.
And it was, like I said, it was 2 blocks from where we stayed the last time, so we were like, oh, we can walk to Bayside, no problems. We Ubered home.
Yeah.
Or taxied home.
It was
scary.
Yeah. And the hotel itself, I mean, I felt like we were in a horror movie. Yeah. It was scary. And bars on the windows.
Yeah, and it was so weird because the lobby was so pretty, and it was just weird.
And it was not cheap.
It was not. And we paid $200 a night.
It was not cheap. So yeah, you just have to be careful, you know, and anything in Miami is more expensive than Fort Lauderdale typically. So we usually just stay in Fort Lauderdale.
It's like a 30-minute drive.
And drive into Miami.
Or Uber. We've Ubered. And then we used a guy, he was so sweet this last time. We really liked him. Mm-hmm. So it's all about, you know, your budget and where you're comfortable. But and, like I said, we do choose to stay in Fort Lauderdale. And
some people have, you know, hotel points or, you know, want to stay towards South Beach or...
Right, I mean, for some people, this is their big vacation of the year, and they're going to splurge on their hotel and splurge on, you know, their whole trip. And for us, that part's not important.
No, the cruise is important to us.
we try to travel down as cheap as possible and then splurge on the cruise itself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all just about your preference and how you vacation. So we get about 2 weeks before our cruise, we'll be booking our COVID test and doing our check-ins.
Yep.
We usually use CVS or Walgreens for a rapid test. And if you're boosted, you can do it 72 hours before. If you're not, it's 48 hours before the cruise.
Yep. So with us having a platinum person in our party, we actually have 2 out of the 3 of us. We get to check in on July 1st. Whoop, so whoop. I will have an alarm set and be doing that at midnight. And
we're going to get that early bookings.
Or check-in times
or whatever. We're going to go on that ship. Whoop, whoop.
And then we will also be able to book our COVID test since it will be 13 days in advance. We'll be able to do that as well on the 1st. So we'll get those booked.
We're excited. So this next part is where we are going to need you to give us some feedback. Like we said, we have not been to Ocho Rios or Grand Cayman in quite a while. And we've only been to Ocho Rios once. And so that was 7 years ago, and with Grand Cayman it was 5 years ago, and we've only been twice. So obviously we've looked through the excursions that Carnival has to offer for both of these ports, and we've done them. You know, or not really with Ocho Rios. Last time we went to Margaritaville on the beach. But as much as Dunn's River Falls seems great, we have a 75-year-old. She's not going to be able to climb the falls. So we're not sure that we want to spend $100 to go do something that not all of us are going to be able to participate in. And with Grand Cayman, the big thing is the stingrays and the turtles, and we've done it twice.
Yeah, we're already good there.
No, do I think that the stingrays is awesome? Yes.
No, absolutely.
It's amazing.
I recommend that stingray swim 100%, and it's anything to do with the water there is amazing.
Beautiful.
I think honestly Grand Cayman is the prettiest water
It really
of all the
is.
Caribbean that I have seen.
It's gorgeous. So this is where we are going to need feedback. We need help. We need you guys to tell us what to do.
And if you have done anything in any of these ports,
even things we don't mention,
anything that you can think of or have done, yes, please leave us a comment and let us know.
You're begging. We don't have much longer.
Yep.
So for Cozumel, we're looking at either doing Mr. Sancho's, Nachi Kokum, Paradise Beach, or going to Chakanob and swimming with the manatees.
Yes.
And
all obviously
they're all relatively the same.
they're all about the same. They're all inclusive. Or at least we can get the all inclusive option at Chakanob. We have been to Mr. Sancho's. We have been to Paradise Beach. We've been to Chakanob several times. We have not been to Nachi Kokum.
We have not. But we have watched all of the videos from people who have been to all of them. I personally found that Paradise Beach was prettier. I liked that they were very pink and just very saturated with color, maybe is the word I'm looking for. Very pink, very just like hippie, kind of not hippie, like hip and cool and like Instagrammy kind of worthy, I think is what I'm looking for. And their pool is amazing. They come with floats already, which was cool.
And I had more fun at Mr. Sancho's. I liked them a little bit better.
I do think our time at Mr. Sancho's was better, definitely, but it was also later in the day. There was three Carnival cruise ships in port, and we were all there. Whereas we were at Mr. Sancho's at 8:30, or at Paradise Beach at 8:30 in the morning. So, and we left as people were starting to really trickle in. Yeah. So,
but this day in Cozumel, I believe there are 5 ships in port that day. And I calculated, I think the total amount of passengers that are going to be in Cozumel that day is almost 20,000 people. So there are going to be a lot of passengers in port in Cozumel. And a lot of people do these type of excursions.
They're very popular.
So there's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah, we've already heard Mr. Sancho's is pretty booked up. So if we're going to do Mr. Sancho's, we need to make that decision now. Which makes me a little more hesitant because their pool is, they do have 2 pools. They are a little small. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be body to body with people. But then again, I'm also like, if we're there for a party,
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time.
And we are in port with the breeze.
Oh, goodness. The last time we were in port with the breeze at Mr. Sancho's, things went south. For the breeze people, we were kicking them out of the pool because they were going to be late back to their ship. They had like 10 minutes to get back. And we were like, guys, it's a 15-minute taxi ride. You needed to leave an hour ago. Like, what are you still doing here? Like, you're in the pool throwing up. Like, what are you still doing here? Don't know. We'll never understand. I don't think any of them made it back. They may have. They were too busy fighting, trying to fist fight each other. Anyway, I'm sure the ride back to Texas on the breeze was a blast with those people. Not really. Probably in shit jail.
So, Ocho Rios.
We really don't have a lot here. This Ocho Rios, I feel like, is where we really would like you guys to give us some ideas.
We've looked at a Dunn's River party catamaran.
Yeah, so you get to snorkel, you get to go to Dunn's Falls, and you get to go on the catamaran. And we figure, at least then we're not just paying to do Dunn's River Falls. Like, we get to see it. I know you can go in that, like, pool at the bottom. So, you know, if we decide we want to try and climb Dunn's River, then we can.
Or even if we just kind of go to the end of it and just kind of stand and take pictures up against the falls. I love the fact that it has that bottom area. Yes. I think that would be gorgeous. At least, you know, we can see the falls and we don't have to climb it, because I know I don't need to be climbing anything.
And this little miss over here is breaking everything.
I'm clumsy, so I don't need to be climbing anything. And
but at least we're not just paying to do Dunn's River Falls. We're also going to go snorkeling. You also get to do the party catamaran.
And I love catamarans.
We do love a catamaran. They are amazing.
Margaritaville, we have been there before, but
we loved it.
Yeah, and they have a beach right there. I know they have a pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have a 60-foot slide that
Oh.
starts over the bar and then slides into the pool.
That's cool.
But again, then you have to buy their food or drinks.
And they're expensive. Margaritaville is very
It
expensive.
is. I've already been calculating their drink prices, getting them in the souvenir glasses and then paying $4.95 for a refill.
Oh, so not too bad.
Or just buying outright. I've already been calculating.
She's calculating.
But they want you to buy their food and drinks in order to kind of use their facilities.
Which
So
makes sense.
it makes sense. But, we're kind of looking at those two right now, but that's all we have.
Right, so we need some options.
Yeah.
So for Grand Cayman, we did find this excursion. It's a 7-mile beach, Hell, Tortuga Rum. And I honestly think they did go to the Stingray Sandbar as well.
Did it?
I think so. And so it hits everything. We've been wanting to go to Hell. Like that's
one place we haven't been at Grand Cayman.
Right, we want to get our passport stamped in Hell.
I want to go send some postcards.
Right, we love Tortuga Rum and we love Tortuga Rum capes. So that would be awesome. And then 7 Mile Beach I've heard is gorgeous.
Haven't we been there?
No, I don't think we
No?
have.
That's West End in
Yeah.
Roatan, right?
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
Yeah. Rock Beach.
So, we have that. And then we thought we could just go to 7 Mile Beach, or there is a Hell excursion that we also saw that just goes to Hell and back. But I think, honestly, we'll probably end up doing the one that has everything. Like, why not?
Yeah, for the price that we saw, I just
Right.
think in the length of time, it covers everything. And it's round trip port transportation.
Right.
So, gives us a little beach time.
Gives us a little everything.
Yeah. So, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions or anything that's not a cruise ship excursion,
Or if you've done one of the cruise ship excursions and you think they're like the best excursion you've ever done, let us know. Like, we're willing to try anything at this point.
yeah.
Okay, so that covers our excursion options. So the only other thing that we were going to talk about is the fact that we do the cruising ducks, and we already have 10 purchased and ready to go. I'm sure we'll buy maybe a few more before we go.
I think we typically try to hide 20
Yeah, it's a lot.
per cruise. I don't know if any of you know anything about the cruising ducks. We are going to do a whole separate video on those.
But in general, you just bring a duck and you hide it on the ship. You tag it so like they know who brought it, where it's from, what ship it's on. And ideally, whoever finds it will post it in the Facebook group, and then they'll re-hide the duck.
Yep. And obviously, some people, it's a keep or hide type
Right.
thing. So some people will keep them, and some people will re-hide them on the boat, and then some people will keep them and re-hide them on a future ship. The point of the whole thing is to see them on future ships and see how far they travel.
Right.
But, it's just all about the fun.
It is fun. We enjoy looking. She can't find any.
No,
I find them all.
I'm horrible at it.
I think I found 4 now, and she's still at 0.
I'm so serious about hiding them, though.
She is. She hides them in like the most awkward places, and I'm like, who's gonna find that?
I look for the best places to hide these ducks.
She can't find any.
Because I'm gonna make it hard.
I find them all. It's great.
But yeah, so we have 10 ducks. And we've got to get our little stickers, labels, and get them ready to go. And like I said, we'll do a future video on all about the cruise ducks.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring them in and everything and show you guys our ducks.
Because they're fun.
But one of the last cruises, was it the Pride? Or was it the Liberty? We saw all the little kids playing with them in the pools.
Yeah. He was having such a good time.
He was. He had all of our ducks.
Yeah, every single one.
And he was playing with them in the pool.
But he was sharing.
He was.
He was sharing with all these other little kids came over and they were like, "Ooh, you have toys!" And he's like, "Okay, you get a duck, and you get a duck, and you get a duck." It was adorable, and we're just sitting there like, "Oh, like we made that little boy's cruise."
Yep, they love them. So, we will be doing cruising ducks. So if you are coming on our cruise, be on the lookout.
Or leave a comment down below. A good place to hide them.
And we will be re-hiding at least one.
I have one in my room too. From our first ever duck.
Yeah. So we will
might keep that one though.
We will
he might become decoration in our filming room.
He might. we will be rehiding at least one from the Liberty.
Yeah. So the only other thing we have decided on is that we were going to get the drink package.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to purchase it.
Yep, just got to purchase it. So.
But it's not one of those things that sells out.
Nope. So that's really all we've got as far as planning this July 17th cruise.
Besides the fact that you guys will be seeing it. Because we'll be filming it.
Of course.
So if you have anything that you want to see in particular on the horizon, let us know. Anything you want to see in any of the ports, let us know. We can definitely include that in one of our videos.
Right.
So just, leave a comment.
Yeah.
If you have specific things that you want. I know somebody has reached out to us and they want more of the dinner menus, the menus and the food. So we will be definitely including more food in this vlog. So you can look forward to that.
Yep.
We're thinking maybe we'll do some kind of like rating system with our food, how much we enjoyed each item.
Absolutely.
Maybe we will do a separate video just for like rating the drinks we get.
Oh, absolutely.
It can be like its own vlog of drinks.
Sure.
Okay, so that's it. That is our July cruise, and we hope you will join us on our vlog of our July cruise.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.